Springfield and Greene County health leaders want to toughen animal control rules after a rise in loose and aggressive dogs in neighborhoods. A proposed ordinance would hike fees for dogs running at large and speed up penalties for repeat offenders. It also adds stronger rabies protections, requiring proof of vaccination and an observation period after a bite, and gives animal control more power to remove abused pets from dangerous homes. Officers would also be able to require basic ID from people they believe are violating the rules. Health Department administrators say they have heard from many people in the community who support stronger animal control laws.
We've been hearing from neighborhoods for quite some time with the frustrations of being able to catch a dog and to have repeated dogs running through neighborhoods on a pretty continual basis. And so that's part of the reason for these changes, is that we're listening to neighbors and want to be able to create a safer neighborhood for them.
Springfield is also considering making changes to pit bull regulations and reducing the penalties for owners that fail to register their pit bull. City Council takes up the first reading of the changes on Monday, May 18th.